I can tell you that Tinubu's political reforms is driving northern Nigeria crazy. I repeat, Tinubu's political reforms is driving northern Nigeria crazy. You have the tax bill, you have the census, you have many other policies of this government that has displaced northern political class. I repeat, many policies of this government that has displaced the northern political class. That is why northern Nigeria is angry with Tinubu. They are saying Tinubu is a one-term president. Now, during the elections, before the elections, Tinubu was behaving as somebody that will die today or tomorrow. He is sick, hand the pain, leg the pain, Baba will know where. Now, he used that and deceived the northern political class. So the northerners said, okay, this man is not feeling fine. Let's just push him. We have Shetima as his vice. Let Shetima help us. Maybe if he dies, Shetima can take over. Maybe that was what northern Nigeria were thinking. They don't know that this man had something else that he was planning. Now, when he was inaugurated, he sent a message to Buhari, if you remember. After his swearing in, he told Buhari, Buhari, if there's any need for us to come to your house to ask questions, we will come. If there's any need for us to come and ask you questions in Buhari, we would come. That was a subtle way of sending a message to Buhari, telling him that, please, do not involve yourself in my government. You and your boys, stay away from my government. That was another way of sending that message to Buhari. If you disturb my government, we will probe you. That's why he said, if we have any question, we will come to ask you. We'll ask you in Daura. Now, he displaced Buhari's strongmen. That is why most of the people that left this APC were former Buhari's boys, CPC boys that were loyal to Buhari. Most of them that left the APC and joined the ADC. Tinubu displaced many of them, made them irrelevant. We had the likes of Malami, El-Rufai, Pantami, Emefiele, Buratai. Although Emefiele, they had to take that one to court. They dealt with that one. He left Hadi Sirika and the rest. Another person is El-Rufai. They never allowed El-Rufai to enter his government because they believe that that guy is toxic. I tell you, what the NSA did to him, Ribadu did to El-Rufai. El-Rufai, his anger for Tinubu not be here. You see him in the ADC, in the coalition, shouting left, right, and center. 2 times he has said it that if you think Tinubu can win this election, you are dreaming. El-Rufai. So he displaced Buhari's strong men. And also, he shook Dangote. He shook Dangote like this. You saw Dangote became a content creator under Tinubu. Tinubu was shaking him to know where his loyalty really stands or lies. He shook him until Dangote submitted. Now today, Dangote as a businessman, in quote, is praising President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This man came to destroy northern Nigeria. There's nothing you want to tell me. Northern Nigeria has not been under pressure like this. I've never been under pressure like this since the days. See, ever since I've not seen northern Nigeria under pressure. He made sure he starved them from power. You know, northern Nigeria cannot, they cannot live without power. If you take away power from them, man, you are taking life away from northern Nigeria. That is what Tinubu did. He also appointed his long-term loyalists from northern Nigeria into his cabinet so that he can balance it and he can prevent any uprising from the north. Divide and rule. He took the persons like Ganduje and also Ribadu and some other persons in his cabinet, northern politicians. We know that Ribadu has an aim to become Nigeria's president. So he picked one of them, divide and rule. He went to Kaduna State and did a lot of things. Ubasani, who was a benefactor of El-Rufai, he used Ubasani against El-Rufai. This young man called Tinubu, let me call him a young man because he has done what no southern president has ever done. I doubt if Obasanjo would have done the kind of appointment that Tinubu is doing now. If Obasanjo will have the guts to appoint many Yorubas, or if a Jonathan will do so, or even if it's a P2B, this man damned the consequences and said, I must deal with northern Nigeria. Okay? Now, he's started he starved northern Nigeria of power to the extent that some of them became desperate. He starved northern Nigeria of power to the extent that northern politicians became desperate. That is why they are divided. These people, northern Nigeria today, most of them are waiting for 2031 to position themselves for presidency. Let me tell you, the only person that is desperate about 2027, I stand to be corrected, is Atiku. Most northerners are positioning themselves for 2031, especially El-Rufai. If Atiku misses his opportunity to become Nigeria's president 2027, you see the likes of El-Rufai and co will want to stop him 2031. They will go against him 2031. That is why El-Rufai by all means wants to make sure that he becomes the president. Forget all these things ADC is doing. Peter Obi, Jonathan. They are using that to confuse and contrast you. See, let me tell you, the main thing here is that at the end of the day, Atiku will come out from ADC. I've told you, Atiku will come out from ADC. What about they are doing is just to confuse the APC. The APC is waiting for the coalition to constitute themselves so that they can know where they can attack. And the coalition understand that if we organize ourselves, or if we let the APC know who and who, they will be preparing on how to bring us down. Let us confuse them small. You see a Jonathan, P2B today, and Atiku. Northern Nigeria, for now, their best is Atiku as a northerner. But after Atiku, if Atiku loses, that's when you know, say, almost 5 northern politicians want to become president. They don't even send Atiku. They're just giving him that respect because of, say, just, this is Southern Turn. You can use this Southern Turn and shine. After 2031, you will now see the real gladiators in northern Nigeria. Now, northern Nigeria, I don't know, should I pity for them or not? Because these guys are starved of power and positions. Remember, their Oga Buhari is no more. Buhari is a force to be reckoned with in northern Nigeria. Buhari is one person that can mobilize a lot of votes from northern Nigeria. Till now, he is no more. So it will be difficult for them to come together, form a quorum against the APC under Tinubu with all these his tactics, all this his political Maradona that is doing left, right, center. Now, he appointed his Lagos boys into key positions in Nigeria. He appointed his Lagos boys. You see, I understand Tinubu and what he's doing, because that is what APC is known for. When Buhari got into power, he appointed his boys into key positions. Although he did a lot of, he was a bit fair than Tinubu. Tinubu just scattered everything, I tell you. Tinubu went full Nepo. He went full nepotistic. Buhari appointed Castina people, mostly amongst the military, and all of you. But Tinubu went, man, everywhere you see the Yoruba people. And he trusts his people. He trusts his people. If you are going to have an ADC to the president, it must be a Yoruba person. If you are an Igbo person, you enter power in a country, Nigeria, as we see Nigeria. So, if you are going to appoint your ADC, it's going to be an Igbo person. Not a Northerner. Maybe not a Southwesterner, or it can be a South-Southerner or Southeasterner. Because the Southeast and South-South have something in common much more than the Southwest. So I don't blame Tinubu for appointing his people, because some people are still supporting APC, and whatever APC is bringing to the table, you just take it like that. So he appointed Lagos boys into key positions in Nigeria. He had his bandit leader, his own band. Everybody get their own bandits. I don't know which one P2B will have if he ever becomes president. I don't know which one he will have. He appointed his own bandit leader as national chairman of the NURTW, MC Oluomo. You can see Kwamwan and somebody trying to stop a plane. If you are somebody that will sit down and analyze the whole situation, you will get where these guys are coming from. Everybody is doing whatever he's doing because our brother did for Abuja. Unlike normally, some people will not try some things. During Buhari, the Fulani went rampage, left, right, center. They can threaten you because Buhari is the president. The same way Tinubu, you see the black man mentality. That is why we'll just be parasites in this world that we are in. We can never add anything tangible to this world. If you leave Africa to take care of the world, we'll be in the Stone Age. All we know is to consume, and behave stupidly. When Buhari was president, you see the Fulani left, right, center. No invention, nothing. No fixing of the economy, nothing. Not making Nigeria better, nothing. Just madness, going up and down, killing, causing insecurity, madness. And they are bragging about it. You see under a Tinubu administration, like I told you, that any government that does not respect rule of law, forget about good governance. It's like people don't want to hear. I know you watching me, some of you watching me, you are benefiting from the government. That does not amount to good governance. You benefit today. You know, it is survival of the fittest. You survive today. You don't know tomorrow whether you still survive. But why don't you create a system whereby it is fair to everybody? Your chances of survival for everybody, whether you are connected to government or not, is on the high side. But people just feel like, because I'm working in a government parastatal, I'm working with the government, every other person can go to hell. The government is doing fine. I would not want to reason like every other. Most of the people that were attacking Tinubu are working in his cabinet today. That said a lot of things about Tinubu are working in his cabinet today. So he appointed his own bandit, MC Oloma, who became the national chairman of the NRTW. Now, he began to fight for Yoruba's support. I told you before that the Yorubas not really send President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They don't send. When you have a Yoruba nation, that is when you understand. They don't send them. Now that he's president, most of them are supporting him because of, okay, he's there now. He has fought for his way. He fought his way in power. If it comes to like somebody that will give them good governance, they're not going to support Tinubu. Most of one of the reasons why he lost Lagos is because of that resentment from his own people. The Igbo people, non-indigenous, never stopped Tinubu in Lagos. Most of the non-indigenous were deprived of their voters card. They had an INEC commissioner in Lagos that played a lot of politics around the voters card collection and everything. We saw it. Some of these things you cannot deny it. So Tinubu himself, they not too like him. But now he started appointing Yorubas, appealing to the sentiment of I'm fighting for the Yoruba people. Brought in project. He began to fight for Yoruba support through his appointments and projects visible in Lagos and other states in the southwest. So he brought in projects, and Yoruba said, okay, this is our regime. An average old Yoruba man who said, Tinubu is favoring the Yorubas. And of course, he's doing so. When you talk of Yorubas, you talk of at the national level, a package, the elite, Yoruba elite now. Not Yoruba people. If you think you are helping Yoruba people, my brother, go and look at it very well. Sit down and think. Look at it very well. Most Yorubas, elites, connections that have connections, are being appointed, are getting appointments and having a lot to benefit from this administration. It may last 4-8 years though. After that, you see a lot of reversal. Look at how Tinubu had to reshuffle Buhari's people. He reportedly moved key offices from Abuja. He reportedly moved key offices from Abuja to Lagos and appointed his Yoruba people. Remember, if you appoint somebody as Minister of Finance, that department, there will be a lot of sentiment. An average Nigerian is sentimental. Average Nigerian. If he has a position, he wants to favor an average Nigerian, no, not human being. An average Nigerian. He want to favor his brothers, sisters, his auntie, uncle, and his tribe and everything. That's why I said tribe comes first. And also religion. He wants to favor those people first. So you don't really cry too much. If you are somebody that still believes that this administration can bring good governance, I pity for you. If you have made up your mind, then you will not have any problem. So he moved these offices, and we had so many Yorubas. Yorubas, they are the cabal in power today. Now them take over government today. Anywhere you go, you see Yorubas. I don't want to say some things, but I'll just keep it by the side. To appease Yoruba nation, Sunday Igboho became a free man in disguise. Note, Sunday Igboho became a free man in disguise. Although his name has not been removed from the wanted list, so that he will not be offending the Fulani people, the powers that be. But anything that wants to divide Nigeria, man, the Fulani and the West, the globalists, the colonialists, they don't want to hear them. They don't want to hear anybody that wants to move. That's why Nnamdi Kanu, I told you, Tinubu is using Nnamdi Kanu to play politics. Whatever it is that you want to think now. The structure, Nigerian structure, doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And it's a great mistake that Nnamdi Kanu fell into the hands of these guys, because they'll be playing the politics. They don't care about you. These guys are damn manipulators, shrewd people. Man, if they play this political game for you, till this is almost 5 years. I think 2021, he was taking it. And this is him now. So, a lot of things. His name, Sunday Igboho, they never remove him from wanted list. But the guy, they enjoy you. Under Buhari's tenure, you know they talk like this. So when Tinubu enter now, all of a sudden you see the guy, they bring the guy, come Lagos, blah blah blah. From there, you don't know where he did, whether he did Germany or whether he did where he enjoyed. You see him the other time when Buhari died, he came out and was speaking with all audacity and everything. I'm not in support of Buhari, he died a failure, blah blah blah. Amongst other Yorubas, he was one of the Yorubas that say, I know it is politics, so all this one they are saying, let us not mourn the dead. Me, I grew up in Yoruba land, so I understand what is going on. They can play the politics. They are playing politics. In some people's mind, what is going on in some people's mind, my brother, if you come out from the southwest, you go run away. But let's organize ourselves and form a quorum. Let's be organized. Let's not misbehave. God gives life and take away. But Sunday Igboho no gree that one. You know one get decorum. He dey para up and down, left and right and center. I say, he died through a noni. So under Buhari, Sunday Igboho will not be enjoying whatever he's enjoying as we speak. So appeasing the Yorubas with appointments and projects, and also Yoruba nation with Sunday Igboho having maybe after Tinubu we can start fighting for Yoruba nation again. You see, say the guy not really to do so much work about Yoruba nation. I don't know how it went down. Now, he now moved to northern Nigeria and began causing division. He gave the Middle Belt and the North Central relevance. I repeat, he gave Middle Belt and North Central relevance. You see the appointment, left, right, center. NNPC, GMD, Ojulari, Yoruba name from northern Nigeria. Yoruba from northern Nigeria, from, is it North Central? Is it North Central or North West? North Central, I believe. Yoruba name from northern Nigeria, Ojulari. The chief of defense staff from southern Kaduna, he give them universities, something that a whole El-Rufai, man, he had to paint El-Rufai in bad light in Kaduna State. That one paint El-Rufai. Even use Ubasani, somebody that El-Rufai brought and said this one go replace me as governor. You know Nigerian politics now, the way they play. That one come, then use them against, then probe El-Rufai, left, right, center. Kaduna State, 2 years, no bandit attack, no attack, no whatever. That is to paint. You know, in psychology, if you want to make this thing look better, this is a biro in psychology. If you want to make this thing look better, present this one. Bring something lesser, you make this look better. No matter how bad the situation is, you present a lesser, you make this one look better. This one might not be the standard, but this one, on this one. So, Ubasani telling us that 2 years under his administration, no bandit attack, no nothing, makes El-Rufai look like, man, a stupid person. It makes El-Rufai look like a failure. Although, when you look at standard of governance globally, no Nigerian state is up to it. But they use Ubasani and make sure they shame El-Rufai. So that division, you see, one of the strongest voices from northern Nigeria is El-Rufai. One of the person that can cause katakata, and if you give him the position, that can have influence, is El-Rufai. That's why maybe they refuse to allow this guy. If you allow this guy enter government, my brother, the guy, if he can't cause big wahala for us, sometimes he might know the close. He was exposing Tinubu. We knew what we did 2015. We know what we did. We know how this one. If you vex, if you allow him know your secret, if you vex, if you open your mouth talk. That's why I say a wicked cannot. People were saying they will allow him to join APC. A wicked would not. They will not allow a wicked join APC because that man, he is good playing that role. That role that he's playing is good. Mind you, at the end of the day, they will dump Wike. After they use Wike, at the end of the day, there is a likelihood that they will dump Wike. So people like Wike, if you bring them into APC, no, these guys don't get decorum. People like we, Akpab yourself, get some restraint. People like Ojo Kalu, if you give them position, hey, now that you go see say. So these guys, they had to put them in their place to make sure that that aim of making northern Nigeria irrelevant in this Nigeria's politics, in the federal politics, in national politics, is their aim. So that northern Nigeria will not stop him from doing what he wants to do. The latest is that 3 seats where he went from Senate. According to Olagunsoye Oyinlola, former military governor of Lagos State and governor of Osun State, he said that Tinubu is trying to use force and pressure to pressure some people to join the APC so that they can have majority in the house and do and undo. He's pressuring some lawmakers to join the APC in the Senate so that APC can have 2/3. If APC have 2/3, now Tinubu enter National Assembly, they sing on your mandate we shall stand. I never seen that one before. A campaign song, you were singing it, everyone was singing it. You cannot stop it. The commander-in-chief of the armed forces don't enter power. What Tinubu has done to Northern Nigeria, I don't think Northern Nigeria will ever forgive the Yorubas. That's why I'm saying that Tinubu should restructure this country as much as as it is hot, make it just restructure the country so that everybody will just find their own level. There's some restructuring that will happen or that has happened under Tinubu that will be irreversible. I repeat, there are some restructuring that would happen under Tinubu that would be irreversible. So this restructuring is what we want because we are on a journey to make sure that Nigeria is rearranged for better governance for its people. The name will be rearranged, the structure, the constitution will be rearranged. Then we'll now move to a permanent site whereby everybody will answer their father's name. May God help Nigerians.